Hello everyone, it's Nicole Otis, and I'm going to try and do this even, I just got my internet back up and my dogs could be barking in the background, so ignore all that. I wanted to just talk to you about how to do the bookmarks. So you go to getmylockets.com/artwork/bookmarks, and that's where I've put the artwork. And there's kind of mix and match themes, so you can pick a front and a back and just kind of however you want it to be. So you might want, don't forget like the different holidays on one side, and then on the back you might want the lines where they can write their own like birthdays not to forget or things like that. Or you might want to mix and match and put the don't forget list on one side and maybe their wish list on the other. Or maybe you want to do, like for me, I'm going to do the order, and I want to do the creation 1 on one side and then 2 and 3 on the back. So when I give them their tom, they can, rather than writing in my tom, because sometimes I want those back, they can write it on that little card, and then I'll go ahead and transfer it onto the order form so that the order form's all nice and neat and not scribbled on like I always do. So I'm going to scroll down here and we're going to look at the cards. So the first way, and this is the way I'm going to show you right now, is to save the picture as a JPEG and then add your information to it. So let's say I want to do this don't forget and list my own special occasions. So I click on it, and the color isn't going to look right to you, but when it prints, it comes out the right color. So just ignore the fact that it looks bright green. It's actually the proper color. It's just our monitors are RGB, and when you print, it's CMYK. So when you're viewing a CMYK file on your computer, it won't render correctly, but it will print right. So I'm going to save this image. So I'm going to right click on it and save image as, and I want to save this to my desktop. And then I'm going to go over to the photo editor, which is, it's pixlr.com. And you'll see you get 3 choices. We're going to use the one on the left. It's Pixlr Editor. And then let's click Open Image from Computer. Now we're going to browse to our desktop. And there I have a couple that I've downloaded. And one is the turquoise that we just got. So we'll open that. And then I'm going to click on the toolbar over here on the left. This is where you get all of your tools to do everything. We'll click on the A, and that's your type tool. And then I'm going to click right here in the middle, in the bottom, scoot this window up. So I'll type my name, and I'll center it, and I'm going to choose the font Pacifico, which I already have installed on my computer. If you don't have it installed on your computer, there's another instruction. It's not a video, but it tells you how, depending on if you have a Mac or a PC and which version. So there's Pacifico. I also want to make my writing white so you can see it, and I want to make it bigger. And I can just click on the arrow tool to move it over. So that's a little bit too small. So over here on the right, you have a layers palette. You'll see the background is a layer, and then my name is a layer. So if I double click, on the actual picture. Oh no, that didn't work. Sorry. You got to click on your type tool and click back on your words. And then I'll make it down to like maybe 56. The arrow tool will scoot it over. But if you wanted to take that off, let's say you want to make one for a couple people on your team while you're in here, you could just uncheck the box to hide and show your layer. I want to add my phone number, but I don't want it in Pacifico font. So I will put my phone number. I'm putting my cell phone in case anyone has any questions. You can always text me or call me. I also want this centered and white. And then I want this to be in League Gothic. So I'm going to find League Gothic. Sometimes the arrows jump too far, so I like to drag my mouse. Oops. There's League Gothic. I have a lot of fonts on my computer. I don't suggest you having as many because it slows your computer down. So there's that. And if I wanted to move my name, I just click on it over there on the layer palette. Now keep in mind this is going to be trimmed, so you don't want to go too close to the edge. In fact, I'm going to make it a lot smaller. I'm going to go 50 just to be safe, because it will cut off on the edge. That way you have the image, background image will bleed off of the card when it's printed. I think this is about good. Let's scoot this over. So that's going to be really close to cutting mine off, but I'm okay with that, just like that. I think that's good. So now when I'm done putting my information, I will go to File, Save, and I am going to save it. I think if you save it as a TIFF file, it's a better format. It doesn't lose any resolution. A JPEG will distort just a little bit, even in high quality. So I'm going to name this file with my name. And I want this to be matte. So I'm just going to name it matte because I want them to be able to write on it. So I wouldn't do glossy. And I will hit save. And I'll save this down to my desktop. There we go. And now I could do the same thing, go back and grab another bookmark. So there's another section down here. Let's say maybe I want a wish list. So I'm going to do it in pink this time. Oh, actually, I like this yellow to pink to teal. And it looks different. Mind you, the color isn't right on here. But when it prints, it will be correct. So I'll save this image as, save it to my desktop. And I'll go into the photo editor. And now instead of typing my name over and over, I'm just going to bring that image into this layer. In as a layer on the same document. I'll show you how that's done. So we will open image. And let's open the list, wish list. And then I'm going to copy this over to the document. So let's go to edit, select all, or you can hit Control A on a PC or Command A on a Mac. And then we'll copy, which is Control C on a PC or Command C on a Mac. So we'll copy, and then we'll go back over here, and I'm going to make sure on the layers palette I'm on the background. And then I will paste. So edit, paste, or if you want to use a keyboard shortcut, it's Control V as in Victor on a PC or Command V as in Victor on a Mac. So now you'll notice you could turn this layer on and off so you don't have to type your name and phone number on every single one. And then I'll save this out as well. And I'll choose a TIFF file. And this is actually now a different name. Yellow, pink, turquoise, and this is a don't forget. You can name it whatever you want, just so long as you know what it is. It doesn't matter. So we'll save that.